What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Denzel, and I'm back with another YouTube video. Y'all, it's been a long time since I did a video, but I definitely wanted to give you this special video that I'm doing because, yeah, it's been a full year since I've moved to South Carolina, and I just want to just thank the good Lord Almighty for keeping me planted here because Lord knows if y'all have been looking at some like the past videos that I've done before, and I've talked about it through my other social media channels, just the fact of like how difficult it was just to remain in a place where God has called me to. And it didn't make sense at the time, but what this video is going to basically be is kind of like just a year overview, kind of like a reflection of like what I have learned throughout this last year of being here in South Carolina. But before I get into that, if you are new to this channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, you like this video, leave a comment down below, share this video, because I'm about to give you my insight on what God has taught me throughout these last 12 months since being in South Carolina. So let's get started. Woo! All right, so for many of you that know, I moved to South Carolina back in September of last year, September 11th to be exact. So it's been now a year and 5 days since I moved here. And trust and believe when I say this, it has been a long process for me just to get here. So to catch people up to speed, I'm going to give you the Cliff's Notes version from when God told me all the way till I moved. So we go back to May of last year during one conference. I was here. God spoke to me in the middle of my exhortation saying that it was time for me to pack up and go. I wasn't having it. Fast forward to July when Relentless opened up the Atlanta campus. Pastor John and my friend Lisa both said basically the same thing that convicted me, where it's just like, God already told you what you need to do, so just do it. And I'm just like, fine, I'll do it on my own time. We get to August 15th, and Pastor John did a message surrounding like the storms in our lives, and I was watching it with my mom because we were getting like the after effects of the hurricanes that hit Louisiana and whatnot. And I basically told her that I'm just like, if I do not buy this ticket right now and leave, I don't want to see what's going to happen next. So I bought that ticket for a one-way to South Carolina in July and for September 11th. And on September 11th, by the end of August, I left my job at Northeastern and I packed up and I moved. So literally the first 3 months have just been a lot of like trials that I was just going through. I was mad at God for him making me move. I didn't understand why I was moving. I didn't understand the purpose behind it. So in September, just didn't know what was happening. And by October, I was just like, I'm already over it. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, this doesn't make any sense. I've talked with some leaders within the church, and I'm just like, I can't do this. And they're just like, you have to just hang on. You have to be strong. Just trust the process. And I'm just like, process again. Why do I have to go through this process? And I joined like a circle group, and folks in there was just encouraging me. So I'm taking you like rapidly through September to December. I finally got a job, like a part-time job doing photography at the mall, and was going through that, working, doing overtime, a lot of stress going through there. By December, it was just like, I'm not seeing God doing anything. I was kind of having a fallout with the person I was staying with at the time. And, the week of Christmas, the week leading to Christmas, and I think the week of Christmas, I basically was telling people in my group that I'm just like, I can't do this. I'm leaving, like, as of Christmas. I'm going back to Massachusetts, and I'm staying there for good. I'm going to find a job up there. I will make my way come back down later on, but I just can't do it. They laughed me off, just saying like, yeah, we'll see when you come back. So the 19th, I was like looking for apartments and whatnot while I was at work, and I saw this apartment that I'm currently in right now, which y'all saw the testimony about that. Um, I got this apartment. I saw this apartment on Zillow, and I'm just like, I need this apartment. This looks good. It's in my price range. How do I do it? Applied. 22nd, I believe it was December 22nd, which was a Wednesday. Went online, told my circle group again. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm leaving. And, well, no, I texted people in my circle group. I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving after Christmas. It is what it is. December 23rd, I was at work, realized I didn't submit those documents under an hour. They emailed me back saying, congratulations, the apartment's yours. Let know when you're going to move in and make sure you submit your deposit. I'm like, bet, cool. Then now we're here in January 2022. I moved into this beautiful apartment, and then I'm just like, okay, God, you brought me back here. You gave me a place to stay, but I still have no job. I still don't have a way to pay for these finances. So like, I have rent now. I have a water bill. I have an electricity bill. I have a gas bill. And then now I have my phone bill and the Wi-Fi. And now I got 6 different bills. Doing this old dog thing, and I'm just like, I need you to help me, God. Like, you brought me back down here for a reason, so what do you want me to do? And it was literally just me just trusting him through the process. So I thank God for my mom, my grandmother, my sister. They got me through January. They got me through February. By March, I finally got a job, like a little part-time / full-time summer gig. And I was starting to get money in there. And then February, I met this beautiful person that I like to call my girlfriend, my baby mama, my wifey, aka the person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. She came to my life. We got connected through Upward. I'll go through that whole story. I'll go through that whole relationship story at a different video because it's just not the video that I'm going to do it in. But met her. We started like chatting and whatnot. We will see each other every now and again. We'll talk to each other. By March, again, like trying to do things myself. Officially started dating in March 8th to be exact. So we're already like 6 months into this relationship already. And, you know, as we continue on, by April was the very first time that I started paying all my bills by myself. And literally when I tell you that like everything was just starting to come into order, what it was that God was telling me. And I'm just like, God, I apologize for even having like the slightest doubts and even big doubts that I had that you're going to come through for me like you said you would. And I'm starting to understand now a little bit more of what it is you need me to do while I'm here. So we get through one conference in May. I volunteered, but also had the VIP. And just like everybody started just to pour back into me saying like, you know, you're a VIP person, but also you're serving. And I pray that the amount that you poured into this conference, God will give you that 100 back over. So I got to the point where I'm like telling God, I'm like, well, God, you heard your people. So now I just need you to just come through how you do best. And, you know, again, and like just fast forward and just like God just doing what he does best and just like how he continues to provide. I was able to pay bills in advance as I was getting the money in. And, you know, and now we're back to square one again, where it was like how I first got down here, where is that I still don't have a job. I did work on my license and everything like that. But it's just like at the same time, God still hasn't forgot about me. So what did I learn through this process? First thing, let God do what he does best. Trust him at all times. The Bible says in Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And in all your ways acknowledge him and he will direct your path. I had to constantly put my trust in God. I had to believe that he was going to do what he said he was going to do, because he's not a man that he shall lie, nor a man that he will turn his back on me, because he hasn't brought me this far just to leave me. Second thing that I learned is that you're not in this by yourself. Trust and believe. My family has worked so hard day and night, breaking their backs, crying things out, and God has always showed up for us. And again, I have to honor my family, because there have been numerous of times when, again, as I mentioned before, they have paid my bills. They pay my bills even now. And I have to honor my girlfriend too, because like there's been moments that she helped me out as well. And it's just like there's not enough words to express my gratitude. There's not enough money in this world that I can be able to pay them back for all that they have done for me. Every single person that has ever sowed a seed into my life, there's no way I can ever pay them back. But at the same time, God is showing me, is teaching me how to remain humble, how to ask for help. Because that's one of the things I used to struggle with. Even when I was in Massachusetts, I would struggle to ask for help. If I'm struggling with something, I'm doing it by myself. I ain't calling on nobody. I'm not asking nobody. I'm just gonna just do this on my own. But then I got to the point where it's just like, I have a voice for a reason. Somebody needs to hear when I am struggling. I have to call for help. And it was funny because like a recent message on September 11th this year, Pastor John's doing like the series called Moving Day, and he was talking about how one of how the campus pastor in Atlanta, his daughter was born on September 11th, and there was a lady in the audience that said that her daughter was born September 11th too, and he was just like, the reason why they were born on September 11th is because they were born for an emergency situation. And that like struck a nerve in me. I'm just like, wow. So I moved to South Carolina because there's an emergency situation that I needed to be a part of, that I need to assist with. And by God, I understand what that is because I've gone through so much in this last year. And even more recently, with just like going through, I'd had a very bad panic attack um, during my last trip to Boston, and my book that I am about to come out with, I'm currently writing, is tackling a lot of like things that I've dealt with in my life, and it's been very hard to talk about it. And I want to use every platform that I have, including this book, to talk about those things. And we're gonna get through it. So I made it my goal that by the end of this year, this book is going to be completely written. I'll go through the editing phase with some people's, and publish it. And when it's out and ready, y'all will be the first to know when it's out and ready. So y'all can be able to get your copies. So it's a walking testimony. There are some trigger points to it, so just be mindful of that. But yeah, like God has just been so good. One last thing that I've learned is that you are your own worst enemy. You have to protect your heart, your mind, your spirit, your emotions, because the devil doesn't play fair. People don't play fair, and you have to be able to protect yourself. Um, People are going to come and people are going to go in your life, but as long as that you can be able to take that step back and be like, you know what, this was only for a season. Like in the book of Ecclesiastes says, the time is season for everything. There are going to be times you're going to have to let people go and be okay with it, because many times like, I just want to just like hold on to people, but not everybody was called to continue on with your life. Pastor John talked about how when God told Abram to get his family and leave, Abraham went and got Lot and his family. Lot was never invited. When Jesus was on the scene, Jesus said that these are my 12 disciples. 9 of them had to stay at the bottom of the hill. Peter, James, and John went up the hill with Jesus, but Jesus was the only one that entered the garden. Not everybody that's in your life is called to go up the hill with you. Not every single person. We invite them, but God never invited them. So I wanted to make this video kind of like short and quick because there's so much that I want to talk about, but that's what YouTube is for and what other videos are for. So y'all stay tuned, stay subscribed, stay locked in, because I'm going to go through a little bit more of I'm going to go more in depth on like some of the things. I'm going to go more in depth about my relationship. We'll see if girlfriend wants to join in on this video, and you'll get like a little relationship interview kind of thing. So if you have questions that you want to ask us, I'll put something on my Instagram, and you can put like the questions in the chat of like questions you want to ask us, because we're gonna answer them. We're gonna tackle them in these YouTube videos. I want to talk a little bit about what I've done over the summer, work wise and just traveling wise, because boy, have I been traveling, okay? I have been traveling. But there's so much content about to come. So again, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Leave some questions down below that you want myself and my girlfriend to ask, to answer. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!